Alright, what's up people? How's it going? This is a random video of how to remove a wiper fluid reservoir on a 2001 Nissan Frontier. So this is my truck. This also should be going well with other vehicles from Frontiers 1998 to 2004, Xteras, and Pathfinders in that time period. So as you can see, I've already removed everything to get the wiper fluid reservoir off, which this is what the wiper fluid reservoir looks like. Ignore the dead bird. I really don't know how that got here, but so that's the pump for the wiper fluid, and then this is the canister. So you have to remove all these fun pieces to get to the wiper fluid reservoir, which sits here on the truck and it connects just below the headlight. This is the hose that connects to the pump, and that hose travels all the way through to the hood right there. So I'm just going to be walking you through how to actually put everything back together, since I've already done it, and you can watch the video backwards to figure out how it works. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so here's the old wiper fluid reservoir that I removed, and then here's the new one that I'll be putting on. I just got this from carpartsshop.com. It came with the pump and a hose, but I'm not gonna really need it, and the cap, and I only got it for $35 for my truck, so pretty good deal. Anyways though, how I'm gonna be putting this on, you got a nut that goes up here through the hole right there, up there, and then right there you've got a screw that goes through down here. Looks like I'll have to punch a hole through that, and you've got these two holes right here, which is that and that. So I'm gonna get it all connected up, and hopefully we'll get it running and going, and then we'll build it back up. Okay, so just because of how tight the fit is for the water wiper fluid reservoir, I had to remove this piece. So that went right there, and then you have to slide the reservoir in, but it is these big bolts. So but yeah, just a heads up for 2001 or vehicles of the same age, you'll want to have a 12mm socket, a 10mm socket with an extension, and if you need it, also the one that also uses the smaller hole, and then of course you need the ratchet. And then for that big one that I just removed, that was an 18mm. So if it ever needs to be used, then that's how you would use it. Anyways, let's do this. Alright, so putting in the reservoir, cleaned off the sensor, so the sensor is gonna go back where it goes. This needs to go around so it fits through that little hole right there. I haven't actually connected it yet, but I'm going to get to that part soon. And then of course you're gonna connect the sensor back up like that. Awesome, looks like it fits. And then the hose is just gonna connect back up, but I'll do all of that in a sec. I gotta reconnect it first, and then this will also work backwards if you're trying to take off the part. So you have right here of the reservoir, then you have these two right there, and then you also have this hole right here that this 10mm nut or bolt goes through. So I'm gonna attach it all and tighten it up. Alright, the reservoir is now in place, so we're gonna reconnect the electrical part, sensor piece thing, and then we're also going to want to reconnect the hose to this small little nub notch right there. Alright. Looks like it's in place. Both are in place. We're going to test it out and see if it actually works when the vehicle is running. Alright, so I put distilled water in there just to see if it works. And originally it wasn't, but I fixed the issue. The hoses were actually not connected to the sprayers. So whenever you're checking, also make sure they're connected. But they do now officially work. So that's getting the reservoir back on with a working pump. Now we're gonna put everything back together, and it looks like it's about to rain, so let's get this done fast. Okay, starting with putting it back together, we're gonna start with putting this on right there, and we're going to be using the ratchet with the 18mm. So we're gonna just connect these in their spots right here. So there's this one, and then here's this one. And just tighten it all the way down so it's solid and secure. Alright, so now it's connected. Next we're gonna want to start connecting the center metal support bar, so that actually goes just below the headlights. And we'll start working on that now. And we're gonna want to first connect this nut here because it's just above the reservoir, and also this one because you're going to need the long 10mm. So let's do it now. All right, so whenever you're getting the center support bar back on, there's like 7 connecting areas. So you have one right there, right there, right there, one in the center right there, and then 3 on the other side in the same place. So we're going to be connecting these, and when connecting them, we are going to be using the 10mm again. Alright, let's do it. Get it all back in place. And also you're going to want to start there, because once you go there and then start placing this other support bar on, it's going to be nearly impossible to actually put those on. So you'll want to start with those two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which broke, but you know what? I'll have to deal with that. And 7. Alright, now it's time to attach this support beam, and it goes across right here to right there, and it's below the one that we just put up. Okay, so the bar's in place, and whenever you're messing with the screws that go to it, you want to have the one that has the bigger circle, the bigger thing on the inside of the truck, and the one with the smaller closer to the outside, and then same with the other side. And you'll want to remove those if you're removing the support beam, then you're going to need to take these off, and then you'll move on to removing the top support beam. Alright, but anyways, I'm going to be tightening these down and then moving on to the final part, which is the bumper. And also for these screws that are on this support beam, it is actually the 12mm this time. So you want to make sure to change to the correct size. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So now we have both support beams secured on the truck. Last is the bumper. And there's a lot of different screws and pieces that go to different places, so I will show you once the bumper is actually on the truck. Alright, so if you are restarting or starting this video from the end, then this is how you would want to remove a bumper. Or if you're still watching to put everything back together, this is how you want to put the bumper on. So there's many different parts to this. We have these things that are kind of like clips, but you can screw on a little bit. Yes, I'm bleeding. I don't really know why, but you're supposed to have 6 of these. So you'd have one here, you'd have one there, one there, one there, and one there, and then the last one on the other side over there. So unfortunately for me, I've kind of lost like 2 of them, so I'm gonna only have one there, and on both sides with like a loose screw. But that's how you'd want to remove the front part of the bumper here. And then for the supports on the sides of the truck, you have, don't know what that was, or that, but we have a spot for a screw nut here, and then we have an actual screw there that goes right there. So you would have one of these right here connected to the fender. As you can kind of see, it goes in there. And then the other one is just a screw, very rusty for me, and that would actually connect to the truck itself, if I can actually get that in there. And then of course you're going to want to tighten those. And then same for the other side of the truck, you have those same 2 parts right there and right there. And then the last thing you don't want to forget is whenever you're either removing or putting the bumper on, you want to attach the supports that connect to the truck body and go at the bottom corners of the bumper. And that's how you'd get the bumper reconnected or removed. So I'm gonna connect all of those screws and get back right to you. Alright, so just connected these 2. Now I'm gonna connect this screw. Okay, I had it backwards, but I'm putting it on correctly this time. Alright, screw and screw are connected. Now time to do the last one down here. Look, it's a spider with human powers. It walks like a human. Oh, what are you doing, buddy? Don't need to get so close to me. Look, it's a spider with human powers. He's walking like a human. So fashionable. Oh, he's so cute. So cool. Anyways. Alright, the nut is secured, and so is this whole side. So now you'd want to connect or start off by removing the screw thingies that go here in the front holes. And I'm gonna put in the ones. I've already got 2 in, but I need to tighten them, and I keep losing them. So yeah, I'm gonna need to get more. But anyways, last part. Alright, we have connected the rest of the parts. We have the bumper secured from left to right. And now we are complete with replacing our wiper washer fluid reservoir. Looks beautiful and works beautiful. So I know this is a very long video. This is literally the first time I've ever done anything like this, and it makes no sense that it's backwards. But I hope that either way, you going from the start to the finish or whatever, I hope this helps in figuring out how to replace or remove a bumper or a wiper washer reservoir. So yeah, hope this was useful, and have a nice day.